quiet mountain cabin had always been my escape from the chaos of everyday life. Tucked among towering pines with a creek that whispered outside my window, it was the one place I felt completely at peace. I bought the land fair and square years ago, long before the new development down the road decided to form a homeowners association. To me, the HOA was nothing more than a distant nuisance, until one determined and smug HOA president decided my cabin should fall under her authority. It started innocently enough with letters slipped under my cabin door. Each one, printed in bold type, declared I was in violation of HOA rules I had never signed up for. The list grew stranger with every letter. My rustic wood siding was not an approved paint color. My gravel driveway did not meet HOA paving standards. And the kicker? I was told to remove the cabin entirely since the lot was not zoned for permanent residency under HOA guidelines. Reading that, I laughed out loud. My land wasn't even inside their neighborhood, but the HOA president, Margaret, believed she had power over me. When I ignored her letters, the knock on my cabin door came one Saturday morning. Margaret stood there, clipboard in hand, her smile tight as barbed wire. "You'll need to vacate the property by the end of the month," she said, as though she were a sheriff with real authority. I calmly explained, "This is private land, outside your HOA. You have no jurisdiction here." She sniffed, muttered something about community standards, and marched off. Weeks later, I received a legal notice Margaret had convinced the HOA board to file a lawsuit demanding I tear down my cabin and restore the natural landscape. I was furious, but also determined. I gathered my property deed, survey maps, and even county records proving my land had nothing to do with their association. When the court date arrived, Margaret walked in brimming with confidence, dressed like she already owned the courtroom. She painted a dramatic picture about how my cabin disrupted the harmony of her community. But when it was my turn, I simply handed the judge my deed, tax receipts, and the county map. The judge scanned them, then looked directly at Margaret. "Ma'am," he said, his tone firm, "this land does not, and never has, fallen under your HOA's jurisdiction. This case is dismissed." The silence that followed was golden. Margaret's face strained of color. She opened her mouth, then closed it, utterly speechless. As I walked out, relief washed over me. My cabin was safe, my land secure, and the HOA president had learned a hard truth. Not everything is hers to control, asterisk.